Folks, we have an interesting plot twist in the saga of trying to find Satoshi Nakamoto. And that interesting plot twist is a lawyer has actually sued the US Homeland Department to probe supposed Satoshi Nakamoto meeting. Remember, sometime back, the government, the Department of Homeland Security, said they met with the four Satoshis. Well, now this lawyer says it's in the public interest to reveal the notes about that meeting. Now, if this is super secret, if Bitcoin is indeed the government plot to take over money, they obviously won't reveal it. But he is using the Freedom of Information Act to actually get his hands on that information. So he filed the Freedom of Information Act lawsuit. James Murphy, who based his accusations on the claims made by DHS Special Agent Rana Sound, I'm thinking wishing she didn't make that claim now, at a conference in April 2019 where she said a few of her colleagues had previously met with four people involved in creating Bitcoin, a la the four Satoshis. That's where the kind of rumor started circulating around. The FOIA lawsuit simply asked for the notes, emails, and other documents related to that alleged interview. If the interview really happened, as the DHS agent claimed, there should be documentation of the substance of that meeting. So that is obviously the great mystery of the 21st century. Who is Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto? And the US government claims to know this answer, but isn't talking. So he sued the government to see what the government knows. So speaking at an offshore conference in North America in Miami 2019, I remember when this actually came out, it was pretty big buzz. Sound said DSH agents met with the four people it believed to have created Bitcoin. Now, I said it believed to have created Bitcoin. Maybe they don't really know for sure. Maybe after interviewing them, they figured out that none of these guys actually created Bitcoin, and that's why they don't have anything. The agents flew to California, and they realized that he wasn't alone in creating this. There were three other people. They sat down and talked with him to find out how this actually works and what the reason for it was. And that was said in the presentation. If the DHS resists disclosure, Murphy said he will pursue the case to conclusion to solve the mystery. But of course, if it actually involves details high government secrets, he's not going to be very successful. They might send ninjas after him. So Murphy noted, however, that it's possible that Saad and other DHS agents were mistaken and did not interview the real Satoshi Nakamoto. And of course, he is being helped by Assistant U.S. Attorney Brian Field, who specializes in freedom of information litigation. So essentially, this is actually a pretty interesting case. I wonder if the government's going to be forced to spill the beans and who it would actually be. So, they asked him a couple of questions, what's his gut feeling? Do you think they actually interviewed the real Satoshi? And he's like, I think it's very possible that they actually mistaken what she said at that conference. I think the DSH agents may have met with Bitcoin code maintainers, and I actually think that's probably the case. They actually met with the Bitcoin code maintainers or with actual Satoshi imposters, and that's why nothing actually came out. The DSH agent was a pretty high-ranking official and was in position to know what she was talking about, and I think this will be interesting. And question 2 was, if the agency did speak with the creators, who may be the ordinary U.S. citizens? Why do you believe revealing their identities serves public interest, even if it could put their safety or privacy at risk? And the guy who's suing is I don't understand the question. The identities of the creators of all the largest blockchain projects, like Charles and Vitalik, are all well known. And that's true. Charles and Vitalik are all both very, very rich. So it wouldn't actually put them as a target just because they're rich, because there's plenty of crypto creators that are rich and no one's trying to ninja them. There are also many major figures like Michael Saylor, who's also a multi-billionaire, Tim Draper, and others who have amassed enormous wealth through investment in Bitcoin, and their identities are well known. So I don't really think that's an excuse. Either ways, I'll be following this. This is from Cointelegraph, but other people have reported on it. And I hope this lawsuit actually works. I would like to know who this sucker is. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.